Welcome in Clemson's standout defensive end tackle, everything guy, Peter Woods. Peter, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Should have added fullback there, but we'll get to that in a minute. Peter, when you look at the consistency you all have had as a program and knowing that you have an opportunity to go for 10 wins, what does that meant to you to be a part of this program, knowing just what this team can potentially accomplish this weekend?
It's just big, and it means so much to me, going for our 10th win this game. And, we just came off a record-breaking season, having 9 wins for, I think it was 14 years in a row. So just being able to be a part of such a big dynasty in Clemson football is, always a plus to my college career.
Peter, you're an Alabama guy. I'm assuming you grew up watching some Iron Bowls and are familiar with that rivalry. Compare that to what your experience has been with South Carolina Clemson Palmetto rivalry so far. Is it? I'm guessing not quite the same amount of animosity, or is it? How do you stack the two?
Well, I never actually played in the Iron Bowl, so it's always meant more to me, the Palmetto Bowl than the Iron Bowl. Of course, I was only watching the Iron Bowl as a fan, but the Palmetto Bowl for me, gritty is kind of how I explain it. Two teams just battling for the state championship, as we like to call it. So, that's just how I'd explain the Palmetto Bowl for real.
Peter, you've had a lot of young guys step up there on your defensive line. How would you describe the way this unit has come together this season?
I've just been really proud of us, as a unit, just coming together and just some of the guys emerging as leaders, even with some of the guys that we have in and out of the lineup. We've never seen a beat off. Some of the guys, Jaheim Lawson, Cade Denhoff, AJ Hoffler, some of those defensive ends in the room that I was previously in, that stepped up big time, in those games where we just kind of had a couple guys out. And, it's starting to show now that we're all coming back into the fold, what we can really do, who we can really be, and the identity of our front.
Peter, you are, I'm going to say, around 310, 315. I believe South Carolina's quarterback, Lenora Sellers, is around 250. If you hit him at full speed on a pass rush, will that knock the Earth off of its orbit, first of all? And secondly, how do you go about trying to wrap up a QB who's that big and moves as well as he does?
I mean, physics, I never really did physics, but those are two big bodies colliding. So I can imagine that something's going to happen, But as far as, wrapping up a big QB, I mean, we practice tackling, so I just trust that technique and it should work for me.
Having said that, Peter, obviously South Carolina and Lenora are playing at a really high level. What do you think is going to be the biggest key to being able to slow him down, barring making the earth shake with a tackle behind the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, just going out there and, giving 100% max effort, trusting our preparation, trusting our coaches that they're going to put us in position to make the plays that we need to make to be able to win the game. And that's just kind of the way that we're approaching this week, just like we would every other week as far as from a preparation standpoint, just championship mindset.
Well, look, we'll see what the committee says when the rankings come out. But right now, you and South Carolina would both be two teams sort of sitting on the periphery there, hoping some magic happens above you and you can get your way into the 12-team playoff. Do you view this as maybe a playoff play-in game? And state your case for Clemson and why you guys should be a part of the first 12-team college football playoff.
Just to answer your first question, most definitely, I do think that, if we win this game, it'll mean a lot for us. And, once we lost our game to Louisville, we flushed it and we decided that, we were just going to win out from there and let the cards fall where they may. And so that's just kind of what our mindset is right now, is just we got to be in the best possible position come time for the committee to make a decision to put some pressure on them. And I think that based on the things that have happened in college football and the things that we're doing and hopefully doing this weekend, that'll happen for us. And I think that it should.
You mentioned the Louisville game. Is there any part of you or your team that looks back on maybe missed opportunities, just knowing how big this game has become with the playoff race?
Never a look back, but obviously, we've learned from the mistakes of that game already, and kind of tried to start applying that. And you'll see some of that in this next game. But it's all looking forward towards South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? no hope for a better tomorrow. So I'm just going out there this week to prepare for South Carolina and get the dub against them.
You have any friends at Syracuse that you can call and say, like, hey, we really need you to pull off this upset over Miami this weekend? Will you be watching that game closely? And how much does it matter sort of to be able to get into the ACC championship game when it is out of your control?
I can't really speak on that because it is out of my control. So, I hope that Syracuse comes out and has a great game and, does what, everybody on Clemson's side hopes that they do. But at the end of the day, I feel like we don't control our own destiny, but we control only what we can control. And so that's going out and being South Carolina this week. And I think that's something that we can do.
All right, Peter, we're going to end with this. We've seen you line up in the jumbo package. You've been a lead blocker, but there have also been players on defense who've scored. So when are you going to get your opportunity to score a touchdown? When is that going to come?
I'm a great blocker right now. And when my name get called, my name get called, my number get called, my number get called. I'm excited and it'll come for me. But for right now, I'm having fun, just moving people out of the way and letting my boys score. That's what's fun for me right now. And so it'll surprise me just like it surprises you when when they call my name to get a touchdown. I'm gonna be excited though. I'm definitely celebrate. But right now, blocking is fun for me.
You've got a touchdown dance planned though, right?
Yeah, we like that little emote that you see everybody doing for Fortnite. So I might stick with that. I might slide something different. We're gonna see how that shakes out.
I know you got some moves.
Right,
you're following the Christian Wilkins model. You got to have some moves. So I know you got to keep up with his moves.
So don't be expecting a split, but I could probably bust something that's not flag worthy.
All right, Peter. Well, we look forward to it, and we appreciate you joining us today. Best of luck on Saturday against South Carolina.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate y'all having me.